Hey everyone, and welcome back to another circuit guide here. This time around we are going to Shanghai, of course, for the Chinese Grand Prix, the fourth race on the F1 2020 game calendar and for MRL action. And to take you away on the in-depth lap, of course, it's Mikcow. Take it away, Mikcow.
Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to another Misfits Racing League circuit guide. This time it is round 4 at the Shanghai International Circuit for the Chinese Grand Prix. So like always, going to take you around the lap slowly first, trying to break down how you find the lap time here, and then we'll show you the hot lap at full speed at the end. So coming across the start finish line now, going up all through the gears all the way to 8th gear, and then you're coming in to turn 1 here. Now the entry speed for turn 1 is very, very high, and it's all about you want to turn your car in first, and then you want to feather the throttle and brake to keep the car stable as you're going up the hill. So just after the 50, just trying to spot the apex here, you start putting on some brake pressure here, just trying to keep it as tight as you can as you go up the hill. The second apex for turn 2, it's completely blind. Going all the way down the second gear, then short shifting to third on the apex, and then you quickly fling the car back for turn 3 down to second gear. And then you want to short shift up into third and then into fourth as well on the exit, to try to maximize the speed. At the exit of 4, you can use the ripple strip there on the right hand side, then hug this right hand side for turn 5, and then you're approaching the next heavy braking zone into turn number 6. For turn 6, you want to be braking just around the 100-meter board here when this inside curve starts. Be hard on the brakes, and then as you turn in, you want to make sure that you don't hop over the inside curbing, because if you hop over it here like so, it's going to unsettle the car and it's going to compromise your line. So you want to make sure that you just kiss the apex there and not hop over that curbing. It will unsettle the car. And then it's all about short shifting to get as much traction as you can, heading into sector 2, the S-bit, turn 7. Turn 7's completely flat, and where this right hand side curb ends, that's when you want to be turning in just before that ends, and you'll be nice and smooth on the steering, because you just want to carry as much speed as you can without losing the rear of the car, which can be fairly easy. You also don't want to understeer out of the corner, forcing yourself to get out of the throttle. And then for turn 8, the right hander, you just slam on a little bit of brake pressure, trying to slow the car down enough just to hug this right hand side, not to touch the grass. You can run over the curbing, but you really don't want to be touching the grass. Down to 5th gear, just managing your throttle application, as you head into turn number 9. This concrete strip on the right hand side, that's your braking and turning in point. So then you're going to go down a couple gears into 4th gear, and then maybe even down to 3rd, try and get some extra rotation. For turn 9, you want to avoid the inside curbing because that'll unsettle the car. On the exit of 9, it's all about keeping it one continuous line. You can sort of see the marks on the track where you want to be steering. So then at the exit here, you don't want to run over this curb where I am now, because that'll really unsettle the car. Or even if you go onto the AstroTurf, it is more feasible and more doable, but you are still going to be turning while accelerating and trying to get the power down to maximize your exit down the next upcoming straight. So my personal recommendation would be to avoid this outside curbing entirely, but of course it's up to personal preference. I just find it unsettles the car too much. Turn 10, careful not to tap the inside curbing, because that can also unsettle the car just like at turn 9. And then as you're exiting out the corner, letting the car drift wide, full power, and then here you want to get over the curb onto the green AstroTurf on the right hand side, just to open up the corner as much as you possibly can to carry all the speed. And then heading down the straight into the start of sector 3, trying to spot your braking point for turn 11. Turn 11, you want to be braking around the 100-meter board, or where this little narrow strip of curb starts. So coming in at 7th gear, hard on the brakes, all the way down into third or second gear. I personally like to use third gear for turn 11. And you want to compromise your exit here to open up turn 12 as much as you can. So it's a quick flick to the right. And then this section of track here, once you pass that DRS detection line, which if I just reverse up a little bit, it's right here. So once you get onto this line, the name of the game is all about maximizing the exit. So you'll be coming in, kissing apex there, and then you want to just let the car just accelerate out of the corner through 13, through turns 12 and 13 I should say, because it's technically 2 corners according to the official track map. So yep, you're going to get on the power, and then you just want to get on the, go full throttle as quickly, or as soon as you can really. Trying to keep the steering wheel as straight as you can to keep that speed which you're going to carry all the way down the kilometer-long back straight, which is quite iconic of the circuit. Try not to run too wide on the exit, because that can scrub off some speed if you hit the curb the wrong way. And then you're going down the long straight, DRS open. Probably going side by side here and just waiting for this next heavy braking zone, which is the hairpin at turn 14. So turn 14, you want to be braking as soon as this curb on the left hand side starts, just before the 100 meter board. That is your braking point for the hairpin. You're coming down 8th gear from 320, 330 kilometers an hour, all the way down the gears into 2nd or 1st gear. It's really your preference. I've also seen some drivers use 3rd gear. But with this, it's all about just clipping that apex. Again, like at turn 6, you don't want to be running over the inside curbing, because that can unsettle the car. So you just want to, like we did in Bahrain, just kiss the apex on the white line. Don't get too much on the curbing. And then you want to be short shifting through turn 15, which is this little sweep to the right. Isn't really a proper corner. You want to be short shifting or just getting as much traction out as you can through this section of circuit, and then heading towards the final corner, which in my personal opinion is one of the harder corners to get right on the entire track. So for this last corner, you want to be braking around the 50 meter board just before this white line here, which is the DRS detection line. So around here, this is your braking point, down a couple gears into 5th, and then you want to turn in earlier than you think, because the bollard that normally marks the apex of this corner is normally taken out, because that is the optimal line to turn in earlier and then ride over the curbing here like so, at this sort of angle. You just want to really maximize the speed you carry through this corner, because that speed that you carry through is going to affect your lap time all the way down the main straight. So over the curbing here like so, 5th gear, and then on the exit you just want to, again, like similar to the exit of turn 10, over the green AstroTurf, but careful not to go too wide. You can see just at the bottom of your screen here how my front left tire is within the track limits, within that white line. The exit of turn 16, the final corner, is one notorious for getting you track limit warnings, and especially in qualifying, when you're trying to maximize your speed going into the start of your flying lap. If you run too wide here, carry a bit too much speed, that's going to give you a this lap and next lap invalid. As well as with the apex of turn 16 as well, I forgot to mention. That's another one that another place that can easily get you some corner cutting warnings. But hopefully after all that, you're going to be flying down the straight, 5th gear, DRS open, and then in qualifying, as you're coming up to the line, just hugging this right hand side for the shortest run as the timing line comes up, and that is a lap around the Shanghai International Circuit. So if this was helpful, be sure to smash the like button, and be sure to subscribe for the future videos. We have the race highlights here, the full race replays, and the flashback series as well. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday for round 4 of MRL Season 3 action. I'll now show you the hot lap at full speed, and until next time, this has been Mikcow, and I'll see you guys next time.
Well, everyone, that wraps up this circuit guide for, of course, China. Here is the setup that Mikcow used throughout this video. Of course, this is a time trial setup. Take a look. Feel free to use it if you like. Of course, tweak some things if things are better for you. But we hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, we'll see you next week for the next race on the F1 2020 game calendar. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the racing action, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing for more great racing. Of course, you can check us out on Twitch. Every Thursday we have racing then, and we're going to have a lot more coming to you soon. Twitter, where you can find all of our updates, and Discord if you're interested in becoming a part of the Misfits community. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.